Hey, I'm Aaron Lopresti here at San Diego Comic-Con in 2024, and I just want to let you guys all know that Fantastic Comics is the best comic shop in the world.
Eat!
It's been 3 long years, do ya still want me? If I don't see a ribbon round the old oak tree, I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me.
Did you know that every 7 minutes a black person is born in this country without soul? Hello, I'm B.B. King. Won't you help Don Simmons and the thousands of others that suffer from this tragic disorder? Its cruel symptoms can strike anyone. Let's take a look.
I think the Republican Party has done one heck of a job. Don't you, June?
I'll say, Ward. We Republicans have turned this country around.
Safety and good mileage are the 2 things I looked for in a new car. That's why I bought a Volvo station wagon.
Hi, I'm president of the David Hartman fan club here in Glendale. I've even met David Hartman once. What a neat guy.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cherry. A sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheroo. Good luck will rub off when I shake hands with you.
This is B.B. King saying, won't you please give, so that Don Simmons here and so many others can become useful members of society.
Or below me a kiss, and that's lucky too.
Right to Blacks Without Soul. Post Office Box 1305A, Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you.
Dan, Klaus! I really identified with the girls in Ghost World. They made me feel like I wasn't so alone.
Yeah, whatever. Do you know anyone who works at Batman? 'Cause I really want to draw Batman. I'm awesome at utility belts. Check these out. This is where the Batman keeps his money, in case he has to take the bus.
Look, this is just an informal chat. We were wondering what you were working on in your lab.
Well, I've invented a pill that gives worms to ex-girlfriends.
Right, and what's positive about that?
Well, it's a pill that gives worms to ex-girlfriends.
Well, could it also give worms to ex-boyfriends?
This is a drug for the world to give worms to ex-girlfriends.
Well, great. Thanks for stopping by.
You just don't get it here.
I took these out of every single garment in the store.
What?
They're desiccates. See, they absorb moisture. These clothes won't last 5 years without them.
That's not gonna do anything.
Patience.
All right, forget it.
What?
You have screwed me again, pennypacker.
It's a pleasure working with you.
Well, you dirt-eating piece of slime, you scum-sucking pig, you son of a motherless goat.
Who are you? Wherever there is injustice, you will find us. Wherever there is suffering, we'll be there. Tell us we will die like dogs. What? Tell us we will die like dogs. You will die like dogs.
No, we will not die like dogs. We will fight like lions, because we are the Three Amigos!
I thought if Casanova and I had nothing to say to each other, he'd get bored. Go away. Instead, he uses it as a chance to put his testicles all over me.
His what?
How you say, octopus? testicles.
Tentacles. NT. Tentacles.
Tentacles.
There's a big difference.
Tell me, Senator, did you nurse Catherine yourself?
What?
Did you breastfeed her?
Now, wait a minute.
Yes, I did.
Toughened your nipples, didn't it?
Oh, son of a bitch.
Amputate a man's leg and he can still feel it tickling. Tell me, Mom, when your little girl is on the slab, where will it tickle you?
Take this thing back to Baltimore.
I like cream pies as much as the next guy. Oh, don't say it out loud. Oh, okay. Let me make a cream pie for you, okay? Then you can try it. See what you think.
I do not want to taste your cream pie.
They taste great. I can guarantee it.
You've tasted yours?
Of course I have. Haven't you?
No.
I've tasted mine. I didn't like it. I've tasted mine, yeah. I liked mine.
Kill or be killed, what is it going to take for people like you and Dingle to get along with the East Coast?
Look, I don't know, man. I mean, these guys got their fucking talking dolls and shit.
Questions, Professor Pickles?
What? I ain't no Professor Pickles.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't mess with the East Coast. Look, I don't need you defending me, you howdy-doody looking motherfucker. I'm out of here, yo. Yeah, I'm with him. Man, step on.
Aaron Sparrow here. You may know me as the writer of Darkwing Duck or Death Rage or the upcoming Kneel Before Doomface. And I just want to go ahead and tell you right now that Fantastic Comics is the greatest comic shop to ever exist in the history of this universe or any other universe.
All right, come out or I'll blast you out.
For shame, Doc. Hunting rabbits with an elephant gun.
Elephant gun?
That's right, Doc. So why don't you go shoot yourself an elephant? You do, and I'll give you such a pinch!
We're going to start our volleys. We hope you like the show. Everything is ready. We're raring to go. We'll give you all the latest songs and dances full of pep. We're gonna start with high jump. Just watch this chorus steps.
Originally settled as Ocean View during the 1850s, the city's population boomed with displaced
But in my own way, I am king. Hail to the king, baby.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fantastic Comics Presents. This is the 232nd, I almost said consecutive episode, but we all know that's not true, isn't that right? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining us, especially the live people. Say hi to everybody in chat, but most importantly, say hi to me. For those of you that are new here,
my name is Yule Carter, comic book retailer in Berkeley, California.
That's right. This isn't just your typical YouTube show talking about comic books. Number one, I actually like them. And also, number two, I own a comic book store. I have been a fan all my life, and I have worked in the industry in some way for a very long time. Never quite made it to the rarefied air of comic book creator, but who didn't? But, you know, there was some dabbling for sure. And I'm here to let you know about comics that are coming out tomorrow, comics that I think are worth a damn, and some things that happen, like, you know, what's it like running a store these days? And, you know, some of that comes out. I recently, the store closed, and I went and saw Deadpool with some customers. That was awesome. I stuck around the store till just about 6, and then we went. And if anybody didn't show up, we'll get you on the next time. Deadpool, pretty awesome movie, and maybe my guest will have something to say about that. We do have a guest today, Fantinuum, who is often in chat, is a customer of mine, and sometimes he's involved in that excursion to go see movies. It's the only thing that gets me out of the house at night, other than the next night where one of my customers and I went to the Dodgers visiting the Oakland A's game. And number one, it wasn't in San Francisco. And number two, Oakland is closing up shop as far as the baseball team soon. And this would be my last time to see a game there. And of course, the Dodgers lost. But I bought this hat that I put all these pins on, and they haven't lost since. I'm sure now that I've said that. 1 out with 2 on. Come on, Kirsch, you can do it. So yeah, I actually have left the store, and those were some pretty awesome days. Thank you, everybody who was involved. Let's get on with the show. The first thing we do is talk about this one thing, but very barely. It's something we like to call and the Wrestling Minute. Wrestling SummerSlam was this weekend, or as Jeremy Piven likes to say,
from the Summerfest.
He'll be banned from SummerSlam, is what you're saying.
SummerSlam. SummerSlammed out.
So wait a second.
And Summerfest, whatever that is.
All right, I can put that away till next year. Things happened. People didn't get hurt. It might be kayfabe. That's all great. I'm very happy about that. Most importantly, Liv kept her belt, and Dom made a decision, and he went with the bad girl, the badder girl, the one that didn't beat him up and bought him a PS5 and got him chicken nuggets, as opposed to the one that actually did hurt him. But I know there's a lot of people out there that like that kind of thing. There's a lot of people that like this, and this is just to piss off Jill. So yeah, that was the wrestling that I paid attention to. I guess there was some stuff over in AEW. It's turmoil. It's turmoil, everybody. The other organization isn't doing so good, and now everybody's not so happy, other than the fact that they're getting paid way more than they are deserving. More often than not, this part-time contract or time, going out there and working. Anyway, that and some other things. I really haven't been paying attention too much. You gotta come in the store sometimes and let me know what's going on. Or if you care, actually. It was all about SummerSlam. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to crack this early because I got an X-Men glass to pour it in. Can you name that cover? Let me know in chat. And all right, I think it's a good time for me to play this video.
Hello. 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 Oh. Go. Look out. Hello.
Hello, everybody. That's the pour, by the way, right there. I'm going to do a little bit of work while I talk to you. Let me just go to the studio. I want to make sure that my content is working properly. We're gonna turn that on because I didn't do anything to piss off the sensors. Hello, everyone. First up, early in the day. Yo. Can't wait to go over what I saw at the festival. Fantinuum. Welcome. Are you there, Steve?
Yes, I am, Yule. What's up? Back, alive.
What's up with you?
I survived after all that bad luck that led up to it.
All right, hold on a second now. Okay, so everybody, I want you to know, Steve goes the whole way when he's doing this going to the San Diego Comic Convention stuff. And he has a nice car. How many times do you have to fuel it up coming from Northern California all the way to the butt end of California, Southern California, San Diego?
Well, I had a cargo box on it this time, so it cut into fuel efficiency. Let's just say if I drove it regular, none. I can actually go from tip 2. I wanted to be a little bit more R-rated. Filling up only once.
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
I already played the F word once.
Okay. But yeah, it can run about 500 something miles on one tank.
If you're going all the way down to San Diego, I think it's a lot more than
it's about
miles because it's 5 just to get down to LA, and then you got to add another 2 easy.
No, to get to my parents in Orange County is 420 from here.
Oh, I got
calculated. Yeah.
You hear everybody? Yeah. Wait, how many miles is it to?
I think it is 420. I think it is 420.
It's a little segment I didn't know we were going to be having on the show, but let me just really quick, you got to honor when someone has to say something like that. Excuse me. Just after I got rid of my cough. Thanks a lot. All right. Let's go back to comments, okay? You're going to help me with these, right?
All right. Yeah.
All right. In the other room, Jill P. Pill says, hello.
Hi, Jill.
News, story maps, how to write a great screenplay says, I'm here too, Steve. Do you know story maps?
That's my buddy Dan. He is a screenwriter, and also he was a former reader at a bunch of studios, stuff like that. He is a film guy. So
what's a reader do?
Reader, he's the guy that you could call him sort of the gatekeeper. You got to pass him, right? When screenplays come in, they're the people that read it and go, all right, give this guy a pass, or this is a recommend, or complete, this is a mess. So this is like, do not, throw it away. This is going to be bad for me. So they're the people you got to pass.
All right. So these are the people that make sure you're not wasting your time.
Exactly. Well, the producer's not wasting his time, or whoever is the mover, the shaker is not wasting his or her time.
So in some ways, not knowing the big guy in charge is just as it can be very profitable also, right?
Yeah. And he writes a book too. He writes that's what his book is called, Story Maps. He writes a book on how to pass that. So
do you think there's going to be so this is just off the cuff, right?
Okay.
If you're a kind of person that's reading all the time, you probably can't do something creative at the same time in the same way.
He's pulling it off right now. You can. A lot of people, you can. I mean, a lot of these readers a lot of them are aspiring screenwriters, film people. Like a lot of them, this is just one of their like jobs that they do, and they see a lot of horrible stuff. Sometimes
they see a lot of horrible stuff, but the thing is that even someone horrible can come up with a nugget, and the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that would be hard. I mean, how do you divorce yourself from that to the other?
Yeah. True.
There's a thing going on in comics right now with Roy Thomas having got he got credit in the movie for creating Wolverine. He was one of the people involved in creating Wolverine.
Yeah.
He's written about it. People are all telling him to fuck himself. He's an old man. And he also is one of the last people.
Yeah.
Like, he was the guy that wrote for Stan Lee when Stan Lee couldn't do it anymore. You know, Stan Lee had a few other people, and then it was Roy Thomas.
Yeah.
And Roy Thomas was really important to the direction of the comics at one time. But there's a lot of people talking about it. One of the reasons why I play videos so long in the beginning.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there on YouTube talking right now.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. Jolly, I don't think you have ever. Oh, wait a second. Everybody's like, how long are these clips before the interview? I'll just explain myself. I don't remember ever seeing Jolly Green. Aaron Sparrow, that's right. You were in San Diego and you got me a couple of bumpers like that, right?
Yep.
These were the bumpers you got me.
Yeah. Yep. And I
gotta just go and get you. Like, you gotta tell me this artist is here. Do you want him to get? And I'll be like, yeah, I'll answer you.
Yeah. And I got a story. And when we get into it, I'll get a story around that too. It's kind of funny, and how I ended up getting Prince and getting some Lopresti books.
Yeah. All right. Illithid Lore says, glad you're okay, Yule. Wondered what happened last week. My car was in the shop and I was at the store for many, many hours and I just didn't want to do it. Let's see here. Jolly Green, Yule, the absolute Batman ash can, hard to get a hold of. Well, let's ask Steve. Was it easy to get a hold of that at San Diego?
Which one is this?
The absolute Batman ash can?
Dude,
You can get it, right?
You get there, there's already a line from the beginning, and there's like the line for the line, and that line was capped. And I'm like, are you kidding me? They're like, yeah, you got to get here. And they let out a certain amount every day of units. I got some other stuff that was pretty rare, but those comics were going like that. They were quick. Like all the different covers, the ones that had the new Superman logo and stuff like that. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Illithid Lore thinks Deadpool was great. You saw Deadpool at San Diego, right?
Yep, loved it.
Was there a shit ton of people watching it?
Well, the theater I saw it at was one of those ones where you eat dinner at, so it's pre-reserved. There's only like 50 people at most inside of it, so it was already pretty small. Like so,
I don't remember seeing any pictures at the theater. So
there was. I was standing there with the Deadpool like
Oh no! I'm talking about the food.
Oh, the food. We ate. Okay, so this is so snobby. We ate beforehand at another Michelin-rated restaurant because we were like, the theater food's not good enough for us.
All right, we'll get to that later. Dom is the first heel to ever turn heel. Yes, he is. Michael Hudson says, I'm going to miss this live, but excited to watch it back later. Awesome. And then lastly, Illithid Lore says, Larry Hama went off on Roy Thomas a couple years ago. Yeah, I saw a post that I don't think he's on Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it. Did you know that X is changing their URL?
Really? It's not X.com?
It's going to be whatever. I don't know what it's going to be.
I'm so out of it, dude. And I work in the Valley, dude. And I'm like so out of it.
Uh-huh. Hold on a second. Let me drippage. All right, let me go look at the bad news. 1-0. That's not so bad. 5 innings for Kirsch. Oh, no, 4 2/3. All right. Let's get that banner down. Let's start this interview, Fantinuum. Right. I've got a couple pictures already put up. I just want to make sure that I have this. So I'm going to have to upload some pictures also later on, and it might cause choppiness. So I might play a video later. Oh, you know what? Before we get into it, I want to say to Cameron.
You will win You will win
All right. Cameron won the issue 7 of Transformers, the RC cover. He was really happy to get it, and I was happy to give it to him. And that's what I did. All right. Congratulations. All right, Fantinuum, you were going to be on 2 Tuesdays ago if you were in San Diego already, but you weren't. In fact, you told me you had just got done eating. And where did you?
Yes. We had a Harris Ranch.
All right. Boom. Is that
Yep. That's the one. Yep. I had like a porterhouse. My buddy had like a New York strip or something with all the trimmings, baked potato, everything. That was for late lunch, I guess. And then we were on our way after that.
All right. So hold on. I got a couple pictures here. Oh my God. They got dead things on the wall. Do you think that's real?
I don't know. I didn't get close enough. I think that I would think it is. I mean, there's only one location, I guess.
Uh-huh. I pass Harris Ranch all the time when I'm going down to visit my folks, but I don't think I've ever actually stopped in.
They have so when we were coming back, I looked at it in more detail. They have so this is like a steakhouse thing that they have, right? Across the street or something. They have another thing that you can get barbecue to go, and you can see the barbecue pit right outside where they cook the brisket and everything.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds good too. Sounds like a mess in the car though.
Yeah, well, my friend buys it. He brings it back to Orange County, so he doesn't eat it in the car. So he brings it back for his aunt and uncle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now, your friend, was that who was with you at the show?
Yep. That was him.
All right, hold on a sec. What is this?
The display of meats. I had to take a picture of that.
It's all you vegetarians out there.
Yeah,
You're gonna
exactly.
be a little upset. Oh my God, my mouth is watering just looking at it. This is what gets people to watch the show, let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
The meat. Take that, Arby's. All right, let me get these pictures up. Let's see.
Okay.
Got these. I'm just trying to like get some things out of the way, and then we'll get into a meat of some of the comic book aspects of it. But
sure.
You got to your hotel. This is your hotel. These are some shots I took from your shots.
Yep, it's the Hilton San Diego Bayfront.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So that's the lobby, and that's
look
me.
at you.
Yeah.
The first of many Steve pictures.
Yep. Yeah, these hotels are around the San Diego Convention Center. They go all out too, because it's not just the convention center that has the stuff set up. The whole city celebrates Comic-Con. So you go into like a restaurant, they'll have some superhero special or something like that. Hotels are also used for like panels and things like that, and different rooms. Like when I used to do press, I had to go to one of these hotels. Like they have rooms for press, basically to interview people, and the hotels are used for that too. So,
right, okay. And then I pulled up the video, but hold on a sec. Look at this. You get to your room.
Yep.
And they got a TV on there with your name on it.
Oh yeah.
Is this like a special thing, or even down to the very first floor they do this?
I don't think it's any special. Like I got a room, and it's not like a master suite or anything like that. But I think they do it for everybody.
I must just be a rube then, you know. Because like, wow, I was like, wow, there's a TV with my name on it. Oh, so good. I did take, so like I said, I have some of the, let me just do this. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have any of the Alex Ross. Well, I can do it in a different way. That's just verbal diarrhea. Sorry about that, everybody. Oh yeah, there's this part too. Let's see.
Yeah.
So this is like the lobby area.
The elevators, all the interior elevators and the hallways. They have all like the Hulu stuff or all the Fox stuff. Like they basically they decorate it.
Mm-hmm. Damn, it's sweet. I got your video of that. Okay. Yep. And in fact, why don't we show some of it? It should be so that we can talk through it. First up, I have Steve's room. And this is just your, see, it's probably not, you can't see it, but trust me, it's probably playing. We'll do that over in a second. Let's just, so the problem is I'm bringing up a video and we can't see it. Now the people are probably seeing it, you know what I mean? Yep. Like 10 seconds. Let me just take that off. All right. It'll be a second. If I actually clip these shows, I would be like, we can make it seamless, but why would I want to do that? Let's go to comments really quick.
Yeah. Let's keep it raw, dude.
Let's see here. Jill says, I always get cookies in the gift shop at Harris Ranch. They also used to have child-sized toilets.
Yo, I wonder if you have a strong stomach. So they still have that. This is what happened. This is a very entertaining, kind of gross story, but you will laugh so hard. So we get done eating, and my friend goes, "Let's go use the bathroom, wash our hands before we get in the car." So he's out there, he's over there in the bathroom, and I'm like taking pictures of the steak, of the stuff, looking around, and I'm like, "What the hell is taking him so long? I got to go to the bathroom now too." So I go into the bathroom, and my friend, for some reason, he just has to announce this. Is that you, bro? Because I can identify you by your shoes. I come in, right? I open the first stall, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? There's like the toilet is filled with toilet paper with a bunch of blood on it." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm not using this one." So I go to the next toilet, and it's the child size one, and I'm like, "There's only two options." I go, either I get my ass wet or I get hepatitis. So hepatitis won out. So I just use.
Wait a second. You're telling me so you chose blood?
I chose that one because you can always flush it. So
do you think someone like burst a hemorrhoid or something because of like eating
right? I think somebody must have a bloody nose or something. My friend actually was hilarious in the car. He said when he first saw that, he did a double take. He thought it went to the women's room by accident. But then he's like, "Oh, I see urinals. This has to be the right bathroom." He goes,
see the shit I get to talk to people about at the store?
Yeah. So there you go. So yes, Jill, they still have the child-sized bathrooms there.
All right, awesome. Very good. All right, we should be good. Let's do this room one more time. Steve's room. So this is your television.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just beautiful stuff. I must be a rube. I just didn't realize that this wasn't that big a deal. Do you like staying at the Hilton? Have you been there before? Is that why you
No, this is the first time. The past two times I went. Well, originally, like I stayed really far, didn't know. As you get more familiar with the con and you're like, oh, willing to shell out a bit more, then I stayed at the Omni, which is not as big, it's still nice. And then the other one's the Indigo's near it. And then this time I said, you know what? I always run the celebrities at the Hilton. I'm gonna stay at the Hilton. And it kind of paid off this time. So we'll find that out.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is that Funimation thing going on here. This is actually a long video. Can you say anything about any of this stuff? Do you watch
I just the first night I got here and I saw this, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like film this and see if I can go through each of the doors and do what I can and just like really capture all the hallways and all the decorations they've done. And these hotels put it up fast. Like I remember we got here, this is already done. I mean, of course. So the day the con ends on a Sunday night, they're already tearing it down. Like you smell that orange like spray, that citrusy smell of cleaner. Mm-hmm. It's all torn down. Like they're ready for the next whatever convention or show. But they put the stuff fast and they take it down fast.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's nice. Like all the decorations, like they go all out. And I just thought that's only one of the hallways, and this is the other one. See, that one has the Family Guy theme. This one has more of the Futurama theme.
Yeah. Oh, there's that.
Yeah,
that one program I don't watch.
Simpsons. Yep. There you go. I mean, yeah. Yeah, the lobby people are all looking at me all weird. They're like, what the hell are you doing? I was like,
oh, you know what? I have a video of you. This will be you talking for anybody that wants to know what Steve looks like when he's walking around.
There's a lot of people waiting for that thing. Hi, Sean. Walking down 5th Street. Pretty lively. Hang out. Moving on the back. Look at this. Cool.
So you saw that camera, my shoulder cam, my 360 cam. I had a whole rig on, right? The amount of times people coming up to me and asking me, "What are you cosplaying as?" I go, "I'm not cosplaying. Oh, this is actual technology. Like I'm trying to capture things."
So the last part of the Steve's room that I have video of is your workout room.
Yes.
This is a nice little area. Was anybody taking advantage of it other than that dude?
Oh,
did you go
me.
every day? Did you?
No, I well. So you want
get swole?
you want to hear a little story? It's something that you cursed me with in a way.
Yeah,
You
sure.
jinxed me. So as
yeah.
you know, I was telling you how leading up to the con, had a string of bad luck. All right. So first off, my dash cam battery goes out, dies for some weird reason. I had a whole fiasco, like 2 or 3 weeks dealing with the company and the warranty. And they were like, this has never happened before. The chip went bad and sent me a new one. Then suddenly I got a new cargo box and I almost break my neck bringing it up like 2 flights of stairs. And it's really awkward to put on. The second I get it on there, I try to open it up and the hinge is broken on that thing. They have to replace it. And it's already getting towards the con. It's all cracked. So they finally get that replaced. And all of a sudden, as I got that replaced, I get my car washed like the weekend before the con. And my actual 12-volt car battery dies on me. I mean, it all came down to that. So most of the stuff in my car is like new now. So I get it replaced. I told Yule all these things that were going wrong. And then Yule says this to me. He goes, I know you work out every day, but here's my tip. Do not work out. Be hermetically sealed. Make sure you're safe. He goes, this is the universe telling you something. And I was like, whatever. So that gym scene, the first day I get there, I go there. And this is going to lead to another story. So I'll keep that as a cliffhanger. So my friend's working out. I'm showing him how to work out. And I do the pull up. I go, this is how you do it. And I do about 10 to 14. Suddenly I crank my neck. I go, yeah, that's not how you do it. And basically I get a stiff neck and I ended up having to get a massage. And I said, you know what? Let's see what all the CBD oil thing is about. So I got a CBD oil massage for my neck and I came back and I was all proud telling Yule, I'm now an official pothead too. So I doubt it works that way, but yeah, I got that. It actually
doesn't work that way.
Yeah. But that was funny. But Yule jinxed me right there. And I was like, the second my friend heard me too. The second I came down, I literally said, God damn Yule.
Well, let me ask you, if you were going to meet anybody at the show, since you said, you professionals, famous people take this hotel.
Yeah.
Who would you want to run across?
If it was a preference for me to run across?
Yeah.
Oh man. Like for a celebrity, right?
Well, yeah. It'd have to be somebody to actually be there, I assume.
Yeah, somebody be there, but who would like a con?
No, there were wrestlers in town. People from AEW, Tony Khan. Do you think Tony Khan was at your hotel?
Maybe. I mean, some of them only stayed about a couple of days because like they're not gonna come here for the full thing. They'll come here for their panels and stuff like that. I would say, you know what? I would have been really excited, but this is not the year for it, and I was looking forward to it. It might be next year. It would have been so cool if I ran into James Gunn or the cast of the new Superman movie. That would have been really awesome. Yeah. But I doubt they didn't have much of a presence this year. They just got done filming. My anticipation was they've made trailers with a lot less, but they didn't even have a trailer this year for Superman. So it's going to be a next year thing. So next year I can tell you Superman is probably going to blow out for 2025. Yep.
Well, you did actually run into somebody at the show. Did you run into more than this person?
What do you mean by more of this person or more than this person?
So this is the person I've got pictures of you taking pictures of at the hotel. Oh, right in front of the hotel.
Can anybody in chat identify who this person is?
Because I know give me a hint. Is he somebody in comic books?
Yep. Yule didn't know who he was. He didn't even know what he looked like.
Well, I don't because unless I know them from social media or they're Stan Lee.
Yeah.
I often will say when I was a kid growing up in the 70s and 80s, I didn't know if the creators were black or white or man or woman.
That's true.
I assumed they were all dudes. I guess I assumed everybody is, just because I'm my own self on that. But no, I wouldn't know who this person is necessarily. But yeah, does anybody in the chat know? Let's see if anybody. Walt Simonson. That's a good guess. He has Walt Simonson qualities, although Walt's got to be a lot older.
I'll give a hint for a couple more guesses. If you guys don't know, I'll give a hint.
Yeah. Go.
Okay, here's a hint. So this guy is sort of like Cher and Madonna. He only has one name.
Oh, I see. Very good.
What would it be?
Yeah, what would it be? So it's somebody in comics.
Yep.
That has one name. It's Peach Momoko. No, that's two names. I'm not quite sure. All right, how about this? Does this person come from America? Are
you asking me?
Yeah.
I'll say no, but I'm not going to tell you the country.
But so this dude has an accent. Oh, I know who it is. It's Richard Starkings. That's funny for anyone that knows who Richard Starkings is. He's the guy that does all the lettering for Image back in the early aughts. All right, go ahead and tell us who it is.
Okay. I think Archer's Asian, actually. Stanley Lau Archer.
Yeah, I think Lau might be the giveaway there.
Who knows?
Maybe it's In-Huk Lee. Is it In-Huk Lee?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You look different in person. You've changed. Yule obviously knows, and he always sets aside covers for me when this guy pops up. It is Jock, aka what's his name? Something Simpson. That's his full name.
I don't know his real name. I know that he has a real name, but it's like Steve or something like that.
Yeah,
oh, I mean
Will Simpson, I think, something like that.
Look at you. You're all, I got a tight shirt on and I'm all tall and everything. He's surprisingly tall too.
I will tell you a story. So I met him 2 years ago. Super nice guy. He was with Scott Snyder, and after they signed my book, which I don't even think I've even told a story about how I got that book signed. But this is a lesson learned of being a nice guy pays off. So I was at the Amazon Comicsology booth 2 years ago, and I saw 2 graphic novels I wanted. So I bought them. And the guys at the booth were trying to ring me out. And so I struck up a conversation with them. And I was like, hey, I think we're coworkers. And they go, what do you mean? I go, you work for Amazon? I kind of work for Amazon subsidiary. They go, we're just contractors and stuff. So I was just talking to them. And their technology went awry. So the Square thing, and like you said, Yule, like the connection is really bad. Like when you have to do wireless in the con, right? You just can't get out there. So I spent about a good 20 minutes. And they were apologizing profusely. So they're like, really sorry. We can't ring this out. I go, you guys take cash? I can do cash. They go, no. They go, fortunately, we can't. And so they finally got me out, and they told me, they said, hey, you've been really cool about this. I go, dude, technology goes wrong. I work in that field. Nothing ever goes right. It's understandable. So then the guy goes, I want to give you something. So he goes to the back of the room. He gives me this rare Grendel cover. And as he comes out to give it to me, Jock and Scott Snyder come walking into the booth to sign things. And he says, this is actually written by and drawn by them. You can actually get a sign right now. So I get in line, and after I get a sign, and mind you, this is post-pandemic where everybody was still masking up. They were masked up. I was masked up. I asked them, I said, hey, look, you guys can say no if you want, but is it cool if I took a pic with you? And they both looked at each other, smiled, and said, sure. They ripped their masks off, and Jock puts his arm right around me. It's like, you might have that. Yeah.
That's great.
So 2 years later, I meet him. So I'm in the elevator coming down, and I see this guy with white hair with a portfolio. I go, no, is that who I think it is? Is that who I think it is? And so I just blurted out, I said, Jock? And he responded. He turned around. He said, yes. I said, dude, I'm such a fan of your art. I love all your covers. I love your work on Batman and Judge Dredd. You do the best Batman. It's just awesome. It's raw and everything. And he was super nice about it and stuff like that. And then I started rambling on where more than usual. And I go, yeah, I'm just on my way. I cranked my neck this morning, like working out. So he was like, yeah. He goes, yeah. He goes, I guess, yeah, you shouldn't have done that, right? So anyways, so I said, I shut up and I said, look, I know you're busy. I go, you mind if I take a selfie with you? So he says, sure. So I take a selfie with him. And then there was a woman that was also in the elevator with us. And she goes, hey, I can help take a picture of the two of you if you would like. I go, it's cool with me. I go, is it okay with you, Jock? He goes, yeah, of course. So we step out, and that's how you got the picture of the full body shot with him and me. And after she finishes taking a picture of him, the woman mouths, who is he? She goes like this to me. I said, you don't know Jock? And of course, nobody knows who Jock is.
Why would anybody know?
Why would anybody know? So I start pulling up pictures and showing her how he's like the preeminent like artist for like, you know, Judge Dredd, and Judge Dredd, the movie concept and stuff was based on him. And, you know, he did the Losers poster and stuff like that. I showed all his art, everything with, you know, Batman One Dark Knight. I go, check out his art. She was like, oh, she goes, that looks really cool. I go, yeah. I go, if you're not in the comics community, I'm sure you don't know who he is. I go, there are people in the comics community who really actually still don't know who he is. But yeah, so that's my story of meeting him. Super cool guy, super nice. And if you guys are interested, on my YouTube channel, I recorded the whole distillery talk, and he's on it, and they speak for an hour, and he's doing a sketch as he's speaking.
That's right, because what is it? That was the last thing that he did, right? Gone.
Yep. And I have another story for that. We can keep it a little bit later. How I got a personal sketched and signed Gone.
No. Go ahead. I want everybody to know how you roll. And in fact, you know what? I'm gonna throw. So what we're gonna do right here. Firstly, is this from your hotel room? This picture?
It is. Yep. And that's the convention right there. And that's the FX booth and everything.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it's right out the window. And then you can see in the corner. So if you, well, it's out of frame now, but right in the corner there was where they held the concerts. That little thing that looks like the amphitheater thing on the left-hand upper corner in the water area. So that's an amphitheater. And my friend actually went there to see an anime concert, which is actually a Japanese singer. She usually sings anime songs. So he went there that night while I went off to the Ninja Turtles thing down the street. But it's really cool. Yeah. So
all right. Yeah, go ahead.
So more story about Jock afterwards.
So I'm gonna roll some footage of you walking through the con while you talk.
Cool. So this is I don't know if I should even admit this, but after the distillery talk, I kind of stalked Jock a bit. So he left, started following him. I was like, where is this guy going? So I follow him, and then as I'm walking down, he ends up in the distillery booth in the main hall. So I get there, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, I see him signing postcards and stuff. And I asked him, I said, hey, are his postcards for sale, or are they to be given away? I'm not sure. And they said, no, they go, it's for something else. We're not selling them or even giving them out today. They're complete for something else. We're just having him sign it because it's an opportune time. So I'm just stalking around. And then one of the guys sees me. He's a distillery guy. He says, hey, are you interested in buying any of these? I go, look, I would love to support you guys, but I have every single issue and every single variant cover. So he goes, oh, cool. So he goes, hold on a second. So he goes to the back and he gives me a pin, a distillery pin. So he gives me this. It was pretty cool. So he says, yeah, that's for fans. So I got that. And so I stalked around a bit, and then I looked around, and then I said, you know what? I go, I want to support you guys. So why don't I go ahead and buy a
you know what? I'm gonna do this.
Buy a print. Yeah. So I did this. So I bought a Gone print right here.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
I'm trying to get you single,
that's
but
fine.
I don't know how to do that.
So I bought a Gone print right here. I got that. And so the story continues, which is pretty cool. And I'm gonna go here and just take it out as I'm speaking. So what happened?
Oh, look at all that stuff behind you. Holy cow.
Oh yeah.
You haven't even got all that stuff from me.
Oh yeah. Let me see if I can find it right here. Let me see. Got a whole bunch of stuff right here that I gotta find and dig out.
I should be just like ragging on him for having all this stuff. I mean,
okay.
I don't know, probably with shipping. Look at all those movie statues you have. The Batman and the Superman and the Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah. So
what were those, like 150 each easy?
Were the statues?
Yeah.
Oh, they were like 500 each, I think, or 400.
Oh, well, I said easy.
Yeah. So Sideshow, if you guys are interested, Sideshow. So that's
Sideshow. If you don't know already, Sideshow.
No, I'm walking around, and then I finally said, you know what? I had my heart set on your collected Gone hardcover, and that'd be cool if I could get that. And the guy goes, They go, it's all sold out. And so I said, oh, really? They said, yeah. They go, sorry. They go, it's completely sold out. So I leave a bit. I come back. And then another woman who works there, she said, anything you're interested in? I go, yeah. I originally wanted the hardcover thing, but one of your associates told me it was sold out. She said, hold on a second. She goes, it was sold out. She goes, we were sold out. However, the ones that are remaining are not $30 a piece. They're 100 each, but that's because Jock actually did a sketch in it and signed it. And I said, can I see them? She goes, sure. So she takes them out. She opens it up and she shows me. And I'm like, I'll take the one where he sketched the main character. And so I got it right here. It's this. And let me show you what's really cool. And this is an original sketch and signed by Jock right there.
That's nice.
Yep.
That's sweet. His
So that's
stuff's
really
always
cool.
neat looking.
Yeah, so it's really cool. So I got that. So that's my story with Jock and Distillery. And when I posted it, yeah, they liked my my posting for the thing. So that's cool.
All right, we'll do it that way. All right, excellent. Let's see. So I showed some pictures of you or video of you running through the convention. I'll have a couple more in a second. We're just gonna go through a few of the things that so you gave me a lot. I mean, it was like he vomited all these pictures and videos, and I take the sound out so that we can talk over them, and also there might be music I'm not supposed to have on it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And my illegalities, I don't know. But and then some of the pictures, and some, are like, doubles and whatnot. But I picked some of the ones that I thought you might be interested in talking about. And first up, what is this?
This is Cobra Kai booth. This is in the Sony section of the exhibit. So I passed this. I'm a huge fan of that show. I know some people don't like it. I'm a huge fan of the Karate Kid series. So I saw that. Gotta take a picture of this, dude. So it's really cool. So my buddy and I'm not sure we even have that picture, but we took one where he and I are kind of facing off, almost like Johnny and Daniel. But
no,
anyway. I
got to admit there was a certain amount of I don't know. What are the words the kids say these days about it? All right. Speaking of, oh my God, you only gave me like 4 pictures, but I picked all of them regardless. So where's this?
Is this the D&D thing?
Yes, sir.
So this is what happened. So I actually, okay. So this is where.
It's like a liquor store.
I guess say I kind of got in trouble here, but not really in trouble. It was more like by accident. So this is a Super 7 pop-up. And so really late at night, and if you guys are ever hungry in downtown San Diego, there's a place called Neighborhood. It's a restaurant, and it's absolutely delicious. It's open until 2 a.m.
Come closer to the microphone.
Oh, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. Where is this place called now?
It's called Neighborhood. That's what it's called. Yeah. It's literally called Neighborhood in downtown San Diego. And they serve the best steak frites and bone marrow, and they have this like mac and cheese with like this crispy Dorito on it to top it off. It's excellent. But across the street from this, while we were waiting for a table, my friend goes, "Hey, look, there's a D&D thing over there." So I took a picture of that while we were waiting, and then afterwards, I actually went in. See how the gate's halfway open? I went in there, and we were scoping around. Then this guy comes up. He goes, "Whoa! How did you get in here?" I was like, "The door was open." He goes, "We're actually closed. This is for a private showing." And I was like, okay. So we got kind of kicked out. But it was, I mean, in his defense, it was 2 a.m. in the morning. And I also found it kind of suspicious it was open. But the door was open and nobody stopped us when we went in. And it was
it's right there. I can see
it. Open. I mean, to tell you the truth, I was looking around. I was looking to spend some money to buy something there. But apparently, like, we weren't supposed to be in there.
Idiots didn't know who they were talking to.
Yeah. And the way that guy kicked me out too wasn't even like authoritative. Like he was so quiet, almost like he was getting in trouble. Like, he can't be in here. It's like,
well, I don't know, but so that was Super 7. It said on the picture.
Yeah. They're like a collectible.
So Super 7, they do a lot of the action figures and stuff, and they've kind of stepped up their game. But along with stepping up their game, it's more expensive figures.
Yep.
But Dungeons and Dragons, WotC, Wizards of the Coast, they can't get their own How do you not say it wrong? They really get in their own way a lot, and it's usually when they're dealing with the public. And recently, they allowed the public to find out, like certain YouTubers, to get Dungeons and Dragons books so that they could talk about them, so that people would get excited. Because, goddamn, everybody gets upset with WotC because they're sons of bitches. And then they struck channels as a result of them talking about the book and showing stuff. And like it wasn't fully expressed what needed to be done. And it was just a big old, it wasn't good. So I'm sorry, Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro, for showing this many days later. It looked cool though. That opening looked cool.
Yeah, when we went in, like they had this really cool, and I wasn't fast enough with my camera. So next year I'm gonna have this holster thing that comes out really quickly. I can snap pictures, but they had this big like Tiamat in the middle of the room, and it was like really cool looking. And I was like, oh, cool. I go, they have a Tiamat there. So
that is cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's get some more video, and we'll talk about. So, what's your day like when you like? Do you plan what you're going to do, or do you just kind of fall into what you're doing? How do you go about doing your comic convention day?
It's kind of half and half. It's a little bit mixed. So yeah, so this was like, I was like, what's up with this? I saw it.
This is Artist Alley. This is where a lot of people slum it, and they're trying to sling stuff, and you can see that's like, oh, gun fu. How many times have I seen that before?
Yeah.
And some of the other, it's small people trying to show their stuff because this is the time to people to see different things.
Yeah.
But ultimately, they just want some dork to draw Spider-Man or Batman or Wolverine for them. Oh, in the small press scene, there was a lot of people coming in and doing their version of like, Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wasn't Adventure Time cool if it was the X-Men or something like that? And so that's what a lot of Artist Alley have become, but not all. And even still, it's a lot of people grouping up and trying to have a table. And then a lot of times just the artists or the people that are supposed to be at the booth not actually being at the booth.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you can't really plan on when someone's going to show up unless they're showing up to go do something over at the at the company that's paying for them to be there.
Yeah.
Here's some more Artist Alley stuff.
Yeah, that's Christy Zulo.
Christy Zulo. She did those Halloween covers for DC.
Yep. And 2 years ago, I showed some of the prints that she actually signed for me. I bought like Catwoman, I believe Batgirl, and Supergirl, or was it Harley Quinn? I bought like 3 prints from her.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's cool. I'm just going to show video of things. You can talk about it if you want.
Yeah,
this actually has sound. Hold on a second. That was sweet. Did you go see that thing?
Oh, it was just a facade of their building. I took a picture in front of it with my buddy, and they had the doll, Nadia's, the doll that talks.
Yeah, I thought I had a picture of that, but that might be later on.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Actually, that what you just saw there is actually completely free. It's open to the public.
Oh, really?
So you just wait in line to get in. So that's a great segue to answer your question too. When you asked me, do I plan my day or not? Right. So
you stand in a lot of lines.
Well, this is the thing. It's half and half. So I have a plan of when I wake up, I'm going to go get my, goodies, my freebies for like my pin and, my bag and stuff like that, which I add to that. They lock it down this year. I try to game it. I try to like go back in twice to get another bag. And they're like, and it had a red beep. I did the act stupid thing. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just like helping my friend. I go, he doesn't know where it is. So I thought I had to scan it. I was trying to get like an extra bag. They didn't do that in previous years. You can get multiple bags previous years. But anyways, so I kind of plan it. My buddy that I went with, he only gets like 2 days of the hall pass. But he plans his day out in knowing like he goes through all the blog stuff, and he actually knows what time, and you can pick up some free stuff or do this and do that. So he'll map it out of where the things are. For me, my thing was I will go through the whole hall and the con. Like, he's not into purchasing the collectibles, but I'll go up and down and see what can be purchased, right? So as you can see later, I'll show off some of the DC stuff that I got, because that's probably the only place where I did like a big haul of purchases there.
Right.
And,
okay.
and
you got some good stuff, right? So I'm gonna show some Aaron Lopresti artwork.
Okay.
That you flipped through.
Yep.
While you were waiting for him to show up to do
for me. So here's the story. So Yule goes,
Aaron Sparrow, I knew was going to be hanging out at Aaron Lopresti's booth.
Okay.
And Aaron Sparrow is often on Thinking Critical, and I am often on Thinking Critical, and sometimes we are on together. And I knew that he would be supportive of doing something like this. And I mean, his bumper, let's just play it again.
Aaron Sparrow here. You may know me as the writer of Darkwing Duck or Death Rage or the upcoming Kneel Before Doomface. And I just want to go ahead and tell you right now that Fantastic Comics is the greatest comic shop to ever exist in the history of this universe or any other universe.
It's true. It's so true.
So I will. You told your side of it. I'll tell you my perspective of what happened at the con. So I get a text message from Yule. If you're there, give me a plug from Aaron Sparrow. He's at the Lopresti booth. I'm like, does this guy have his own booth, or what am I doing? So I go to the Lopresti booth and I go to Aaron Lopresti. Are you Aaron Sparrow? He goes, no, I'm Aaron Lopresti. It's on his. It's so insulting. Like, his name is on his booth. And I already feel bad already. I'm like, and so I go, I try to shift the blame off myself. I go, yeah, my friend who's a comic book shop owner and who probably has some of your stuff that he sells, just to like soften the blow. I was like, put me on a mission to go find Aaron Sparrow. And then so Aaron Lopresti, super nice guy. He goes, he actually stepped away for a bit. I don't know where he is. He goes, he should be back in a minute. So I'm just there lurking around. That's why I'm flipping through. Yeah, back in 15 minutes. So I'm flipping through the artwork, and I'm just like really awkward. And then Aaron Lopresti actually picks up his phone and calls Aaron Sparrow. He goes, yeah, I called him. I don't know when he's going to be back. I felt so bad. So I went ahead and I just said, I bought 2 graphic novels from Aaron Lopresti. I just asked him, I said, what's your, I go, what's your most famous work? And he says, Wraith of God. And I said, how do I get started in it? So he showed me those 2 books, and I said, I'll grab those 2. So I bought those 2 from him before Aaron Sparrow got back. But then I asked Yule, and Yule goes, well, I love Lopresti's work on Damage. So I said, you want to plug from him? So after I bought the stuff, I felt more comfortable because I'm not wasting his time. So I asked Aaron Lopresti if I can get a plug from him. He said, sure. And so after that happened, like the last day of the con, I went by his booth again, and I said, look, might as well, I'm going to buy 2 prints from him too. And I'm not sure if you have it with you right now, but maybe it's not at the store, but I got a print from him. I can show it off right here, I think. Let me see
let's do this.
Yeah, let me see if I can just show it off right here. Let me see.
Yeah, you got me a print also.
Yep.
Of his Wraith of God. I don't have those books because I don't usually do too many horror crowd-funded things.
So here it is. That's a Lopresti print. He signed it at the bottom. And maybe you can play the video if you have him signing it too, because it's hilarious too. Because
I don't think I have that.
He messed up. He messed up on the first one.
It's great. All right. Some stuff that I wanted you to do last time in a different way, you did this time.
Yep.
And I'm going to show video while we talk about. Oh, do you think like this is the highlight of the show for some people? The Alex Ross stuff?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so these are pretty long. So
yeah, this is like I actually know how long this video is. It's like 12 minutes, but
I cut it up though.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should post this on my Fantinuum site, my YouTube channel, if people are interested.
Yeah, you should. You should totally make a video, then tag it, and then you just tag it.
That's true, SDCC and everything. But yeah, Yule's voice was in my head as I was filming this. He's like, "I want you to not go too fast. Every time you see a picture, stay on it." So that's what I did.
Well, I mean, his stuff is good, and people
yeah.
are like, I don't, you can be overwhelmed by his work, and I'm not even necessarily one of the biggest fans of his, but geez, how much are these? These are all just prints, or is this original artwork?
Not even originals. Yeah, they're just prints.
How much do these go for? Are they selling them? Is this just a jerk off thing? Or look at that, David.
I think they are selling them. There was a I'm not sure if I might have taken a picture of it or not. There's a booth like to the left side of this where a person's actually there with a list of stuff that you can buy.
There was a time when when Marvels came. So you might not know, but when Marvels came out, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is what a person would really look like in a superhero costume." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's kind of lame." And everybody was really into Alex Ross, and I was in my phase where, of course, you're going to hate stuff. But I think as time's gone on, he's like really proved his worth, and has done some really great stuff. I think you can see it here. I mean, this is a lot of recent work that he did.
Yeah, I mean, my friend who went with me, he's more into anime, but he was asking me, he goes, "What's the significance of Alex Ross?" I basically told him, I said, basically the concept is he's an oil painter. His mom was an oil painter, so obviously he has that sort of training. He basically just asked himself, what would these heroes look like if they were real people? That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's adapted to comicdom, though.
Yeah.
And the stories that he tells on a cover are pretty powerful these days.
Yep.
Obviously you're not getting his work on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are great. So is there a lot of people in this area?
There were people
Anybody buying stuff? So how much is this stuff?
I didn't look at the prices on this one. I might have took a picture of this stuff. I mean, I think some of them were like maybe like you can get it with the frame, and they were like $1,000 or something like that. Or, I mean, the people guarding it, I might have captured in the video too. They were like in suits, like they were a different breed of security.
Really? So
Yeah.
not just the scum that San Diego Comic Convention hires.
Exactly. Like these guys were like in suits, and they had the earpiece and everything like that. So like,
really?
Yeah. And then I felt uncomfortable just taking a picture of this. I go, am I stealing imagery in a way? I was like,
you are. And there's nothing wrong with it, because it's the thing of it,
Yeah.
It's being expressed in different ways. And I don't think he's losing any money. Oh, look, he's doing the same thing in this too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I mean, see, that's only a fraction of the booth, right? Look at how big.
Right. Jeez Louise. That's great. The Beatles. Oh, nice. I haven't even watched all these.
Look at that vascularity on He-Man.
Yeah, no kidding. That's what you're trying to do in the how does like a skeleton have like fucking muscles,
He really
We did a video on that.
Natty or Not, right? I remember
Natty
that.
or Not. Yeah, exactly. You should see our Natty or Not video. Let's go.
Yeah.
Nobody commenting because they're all falling asleep. Cool.
Yeah.
This is just one person going to a convention that shops at my store.
Yeah.
Holy cow. So you have more video. So like there is more Alex Ross video, just to let you know. So like there's this video right here. And then there's this video right here continuing. And yeah, I'm gonna tease you with, I can't believe you didn't buy that one. Like that's totally up your alley. I mean, seriously, let me or that one behind you, you'd have to do your toys differently, but that would be some sharp shit, man.
I'd have to get a new house.
If you're waiting in line, absolutely download it. Something to do while you wait. Now there's more cool stuff because I'm giving away Funko Pops all day long. If you come up here, you're going to fill out a little survey. Once you fill out that survey, you're going to get your chance at my...
I forgot that was going to have voice.
That was the Exploding Kittens display.
Through their
Bobcat Goldthwait cartoon.
So that hole in the back end
is the butthole.
Like go through it or something.
Well, the guy just sticks his face out, and you take a picture of it, and it's weird. And then as you walk by, a person's hand comes out from the side of the cat, and it hands you a puzzle game. It's like a really weird display. Yeah, I didn't get it either. My friend was like, hey, let's go check that out. It was a really strange display. So,
all right, I'm going to show you what you saw at the Adult Swim. I don't know if this has audio. No audio. This is Adult Swim, right? No, maybe not.
Yeah.
What is all this stuff? I have no clue whatsoever.
Well, Rick and Morty's over there. You see in the distance, you see Rick's hair.
Oh, that's what all this is. It's Rick and Morty. Yeah. I got you. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, that makes sense because that alien's there at the end.
Yep.
This used to be a lot bigger of a deal than it is now, I assume. Or at least what this makes it look like.
Yeah. This is another free thing. So if you go there, and you don't have passes, you can get in this without passes. You basically just have to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I mean, Rick and Morty was hot.
Yeah.
Hot. I mean, people were going crazy for hot sauce packets or something.
Oh, sriracha, whatever.
The Szechuan sauce.
Oh, Szechuan sauce. Yeah.
All right. Here's you going through the DC. Let's tell your DC story.
Okay. So I show up at the DC booth, and I'm like, I really want to get some stuff. So I get in earlier on a Friday, I believe, and even a Thursday. I get there, and it was Friday actually. I get there, and so I wait in line. You can see that line there, and so I go to the overfill line, and I wait in there, and see that blonde woman right there, one of the DC workers, the blonde.
Yeah.
So when I get in line, a guy comes up to you with a list of stuff, and anything in yellow font means it's rare. It's limited units. So that's what I got. I can show some of the stuff that I got.
You didn't just flash him cash and then they took you to the front of the line?
I wish. That didn't happen. So you just wait. And then so this is the thing. While I was waiting, another attendee in front of me said, hey, you know what? She goes, the rumor has it that, Jim Lee is. So I probably took some photos you saw of Jim Lee signing. So Jim Lee was there. She said, Jim Lee goes, since he's here right now, sometimes might stay a little bit later and will sign other people's stuff, even though they didn't win the lottery or have a green bracelet. I said, oh, cool. So I bought a bunch of stuff, and I'm carrying obviously a big DC retail bag, with other stuff. And I go to that blonde girl that was there that was managing the line. I said, look, I go, don't do anything that'll get you in trouble. I go, I heard that somebody said that Jim Lee has some time left. He'd be able to sign something. I go, I bought one thing that's Jim Lee's Hush black and white thing. And I'll show you that later because I'll have the whole presentation. And I said, is it possible for me to wait around and see if there's time? She's like, you know what? She goes, hold on a second. So she goes to another woman who manages the line, and she points to me. She goes, obviously this guy's a fan, and I have all this stuff. She goes, do you think he could get it signed by Jim Lee? And so the woman goes, look, she goes, we can try, but it's a very slim chance. We can try. What happened was he got done, and he had a meeting right after, so he had to run. However, another attendee comes running over, and he goes, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. is going to be at the Hex Backpack booth, booth 1000, and he's going to be signing there. So I said, why that booth? That's like in a very crowded area where they sell like little knickknacks and things like that. I wonder why he's going to be there. So I said, whatever. 3 p.m. I come back. I go there, and I see another line with green bracelets. And I asked the woman in line, I said, is this a Jim Lee signing line? She goes, yes. I go, look, I didn't win the lottery or anything, but I have one thing I want to get signed. She said, well, if you buy a backpack, you can get that and another thing signed. I said, really? She goes, yeah. I go, it's that easy. Just buy a backpack. She goes, yeah. And I said, well, show me where to buy the backpack. And then they start radioing people down the line. She goes, we got another one, buy him a backpack. She goes, follow. And as I'm walking down there, and they're leading me through this as if I'm like some VIP, bringing me to this thing to buy a backpack. And so they bring me up there. It's all these backpacks. And the woman goes, we have a couple designs. we have villains, we have this, and then second she said we have one with Superman and Batman. I said, give me that one. And so I got that backpack and I start waiting in line. Now it gets funnier. As I'm waiting in line, there's this older gentleman in front of me, and he keeps looking at me and he says, who is this guy? I go, why are you waiting in line? I don't know who this guy is. You know who Jim Lee is? He goes, I don't know. And I said, I was looking at him. You don't have a green bracelet. How do you even get in line? I don't want to be a Karen or some sort of a guy rat. I go, they'll find out. I don't know. Just whatever. I go, he's a famous artist. Starts looking around. And then he had the nerve to ask me this. He goes, you have something you can give me that I can sign? I go, what do you mean give you? I go, you got to buy this stuff, bro. And so, of course, we get to the beginning. It comes up his turn. And then they catch him and they go, you don't have a green bracelet. They go, I'm sorry, you can't be in this line. And then he's all like trying to finagle his way in. They said, sorry. They go, you got to buy something. And then he didn't want to purchase the backpack. So they get to me. I take the backpack out and I see Jim Lee. So I come up to him. I didn't even have time to even film it. Like he was in a rush, but he signed my Hex backpack, which I have right here. And you can see it, the silver right here. He signed that right there. And this is a backpack that's made for carrying collectibles. And this is his rendition of the Batman v Superman thing. And then he then signed, and I can take it out and find it right here.
I should have had that bigger.
Let me see if I have it right here. Oh, it's my other one, other portfolio. Oh, here it is. I have it right here. And it's basically... Oh, here it is. Get this out. And then you can see this. It's a black and white ink version of Batman Hush, which is oversized. And then you can see, right there. That's his signature right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now this is the whole book?
This is the whole book. Let me take it out.
The whole first issue?
Yep. And so basically...
And it's all oversized in black and white on the inside?
Yep. And this is the back. Yep. And so let me flip this out.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is what I got at the DC booth. And this is my one extra thing aside from the backpack to get it signed. So I had him sign that, and that was my whole DC adventure. And then it doesn't end there because DC also has the booth, a little area, because they're advertising their newest game called Multiverses. Now, the Multiverses game is all the Warner Brothers characters, including DC characters, that you can play. And when you play those characters, you can fight each other. Like Superman can fight Shaggy Doo or Scooby or whatever, right?
Shaggy Doo.
Yeah. So apparently, Shaggy is the easiest character to control. And so I get in line to play. And because if you win the game, regardless if you participate, you get to you get a trading card. If you win, you get a special type of trading card. And so what happened was I get in line. And what happened is I get two friends, not my friends. These two guys knew each other. What they did was they ganged up on me to kill me. Then they fought each other to get the special card. So I ended up for my first card. I ended up and I got a Velma.
Nice. The best one. So
I got a Velma. I went back. I said, you know what? I'm going to play again. So I played with my other buddy, and so he went through it and he played it. And so he beat me too. However, that time I got an Agent Smith, and they said that was actually a rare one that I accidentally picked, and that was a good one. And then he got a Wonder Woman.
Who's Agent Smith?
Agent Smith is from Matrix, remember?
Yeah, okay.
And so this one is he got a Wonder Woman he didn't want, so he just gave it to me. Now,
all right.
Day 2
who wants Wonder Woman?
Day 2 becomes very interesting. So day 2, I play. Oh, the sad thing.
I learned my lessons. I know how to game this game now.
Exactly. So the thing that made it sad.
What you do is you play against little kids.
No, the sad thing is this. I had the sad thing was the first time I played a Superman, and I got my ass kicked. The second time it said, No longer. I played as 1 million Superman, and I still got my ass kicked. And everybody at the DC booth said, Superman's actually hard to control. So I said, okay, fine. So the next day, my buddy and I, we got together, and I relented. I said, you know what? Let me do Shaggy. So I went as Shaggy, kicked ass. We both won as a team, and he got a holographic Wonder Woman for me.
All right.
And then he got me both a regular and a holographic Superman.
Nice.
So it was pretty slick. So and that Superman were the last ones. So I got really lucky, and those were the ones I was aiming for. So I was really happy about that. So I got those cards. Yeah. Yeah. So the DC booth was actually, like you said, it was pretty. They went kind of not, I would say all out, but they had a big presence this year. They had a lot of stuff.
How long is it? I mean, have you ever seen them have a presence like this that wasn't only movie driven?
Yeah, about 2017, 2018, they had an upstairs, downstairs type booth, but this one was a lot different. This one had pillars, as you see. It was one floor, but this one has just looked more grand. It looked more grand than years before.
Right. And yeah, they had got out for a while.
Yeah.
And just, yeah. All right. Excellent. Let's show some pictures of you at the show. Well, here's you at the show.
Oh, this is the Deadpool Wolverine movie. That's at the theater.
Yeah.
Yep, and I'm holding up the Deadpool Wolverine popcorn holder.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yep. That's Wolverine sitting on a taxi cab.
All right, very good.
Yep.
There's you in front of that poop thing.
Yep. The cat, the exploding cat with the.
Oh, there's you and your buddy.
Yep. Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
We had to take a picture of that and then tag him, and then you get a free token, a free little coin thing.
Oh yeah, you have a free little coin thing, or was that the thing?
Like a medallion? It's like a little medallion that they give you.
All right. Where's what we do?
That's what we do in the shadows. Yeah, that's the front of the building. Yep.
Cool.
Oh, that's the doll.
Oh, there's the doll. Yeah, that's right. Audi's doll. Do you watch that program?
I do. I'm a huge fan of that show.
I love it. Have you watched the movie?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the movie. When I first saw it, I
haven't seen that.
Loved it.
I think I like Matt Berry, but I don't know if I really want to experience the movie.
Oh man, it's great.
Look at you in front of the FX.
If I can find it.
Is this outside of this is not in the convention area? I mean, obviously it's not in the building.
Oh, this is FX. This is the thing that from my hotel room you could take a picture of and you could see it. This is one of the things that the public can actually have access to. So, this one is another celebrity I ran into in my hotel room. So, the hotel room, but hotel.
That's a celebrity? Who is that?
Micaiah Cox. So if you're a Key and Peele fan, she originally played one of the girlfriends, and one of her famous skits was the one where they go to a French restaurant, and Peele can't speak French, so he tries to fake his way through it. But right now, she's famous for being in The Rookie, that Nathan Fillion show. And
Nathan Fillion has a show?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Well, it's pretty successful too. So what happened was I ran.
Is that on TV?
It's on TV, yeah.
Oh, she's pretty. She's a pretty woman.
So what happened was,
look at you.
I got in the elevator. She gets on, and then it's the lobby. She goes, "Is to the lobby?" We're like, "Yeah," and then she's dressed to the nines. Okay, and there's probably pictures of her dressed in whatever it is. Because
you'll have to follow Fantinuum on Instagram.
So what happened was, I looked at her and I said, "Look, this is gonna be a stupid question, but you're someone famous, right?" She laughs. She goes, "Yeah, I'm on The Rookie." So as he's going out, I was like, "Do you mind if I take a selfie with you?" She goes, "Sure." So I took a selfie with her.
All right. You took a selfie with this person.
Oh, Mitch. If you follow my Instagram on this one, it is the funniest Instagram story ever. This is Mitch Garrett's. So this is the last Sunday he was leaving. I ran into him in the elevator also. I said, "Mitch Garrett's?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Hey, I'm a huge fan of your work." I go, "Mind if I take a selfie with you?" He said, "Of course." So he puts his arm around me. We take a selfie, and he leaves. 2 days later, I'm tapped into his feed. He comes out with his feed, and I'm not sure if you can pull that out, but the feed reads,
"No,
he wanted to he wanted to buy a one-cell animation from SDCC for Batman the Animated Series. His wife didn't let him. However, he did say he came back with a souvenir, COVID. And I'm sitting there going like, are you kidding me? So I took
Dude,
a
San Diego.
Yeah,
now this is
true,
just all right. So San Diego, I guess a lot of people got COVID.
Yeah.
And you didn't give it to me, so I'm cool
I'm
with you.
lucky. I was washing I'm usually a clean guy, dude.
You just work out and
Yeah.
you shouldn't have.
Fight it out.
Yeah, but damn, there was also like a child's I don't want to get in trouble. We're doing so good.
Yeah.
There was a ring busted
Yep.
up. Like there was an undercover sting to build, there was a children ring thing. And I guess children, I don't know.
I thought they just called it human trafficking, right? That's general.
there was like a whole thing, and it was like through the San Diego Comic Convention somehow.
Yeah. Well, they say like big events, right? Super Bowl, all these things like that. It's always popular there. So what was funny was that I read further into the article, and they said that a lot of people, San Diego cops, actually warned these perpetrators. They said that a lot of the cosplayers and some of the attendees are actually undercover cops. So I started looking back at how I was dressed with the sunglasses and the surveillance equipment all over my.
Yeah, you're like this with all your bags. That's you looking normal. So here's some more pictures.
Yeah.
More DC stuff.
Yep. That's
Ooh, baby.
You can see how big the booth is.
Do you think people were just there because DC was throwing some stuff away, or were people actually excited about this absolute power stuff? And
they were actually excited because DC really didn't give away that much stuff. Like if you bought something there, they give you a pin, they give you stuff like that. If you were just standing there, they don't give away. They might hand out like a free comic book or something like that, right?
But that ash can, you couldn't get it.
I couldn't get it. I was there, and also I went there, and I was like, oh, if I can't get the ash can, I'll at least get the I wanted that reprint with that special Superman cover that has the new symbol, the Kingdom Come symbol that's being used in the James Gunn movie. So I wanted that one, and that's why when the guy brings the list to me, and I was checking the stuff off.
Oh, there you are with your gear on.
Yep, this is about the Alex Ross booth. So,
ooh, baby. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah, no. So basically, that's what it was, and this is like.
Look, like you're part of. Are you in Captain America? Well, who are you in Captain America? And
I'm the Asian analog. After Sam, they need an Asian Captain America. So,
so we can find all this information on Fantinuum's Instagram account, right?
Yeah, actually, I think I might have posted some stuff there. I didn't post as many.
You should a lot of the food stuff because let me tell you, people dig food.
Okay.
And here, this is you at one of the restaurants you're at.
Yes, this is the restaurant right before we went to Deadpool versus Wolverine. This is called Market Restaurant and Bar in Del Mar.
Oh my, what the fuck am I looking at?
Oh, this is like a special chef's gift thing that they give you, like a small, like a palate cleanser, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whether you asked for it or not?
I don't know what that was, but it had some sort of like a tuna tartare thing in there. But the next one is actually a yellowtail tartare. The next pick, that one.
Oh, wild. So they don't cook that.
They don't cook it. It's raw. It's raw. It's like sort of like a sashimi thing.
You paid money for food that wasn't cooked.
Exactly.
I just want you to know this.
And then the next one is pistachio or rack of lamb encrusted with pistachios.
Yeah. No, that's hot. I like that.
Yeah. And then the next one is called a peach semifreddo, and we looked at what semifreddo was.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's a type of ice cream. So
really,
yeah, with like a crispy, almost like a flaky baklava thing on top of it.
Huh. All right.
Yeah, that was dinner.
Wild dinner. Look at you. You go all out when you go to San Diego. Yeah. That's the single life, though.
Hells yes. Yeah.
All right. Let me play this video. The one that I play for this part of the show. Thank you to all the patrons that are out there that make everything possible. We're almost there. What does that mean? I have to go back and check our patrons and see if we haven't added or subtracted anybody. That will be on the next show. For anybody that's interested at all, you can check out Fantastic Comics Patreon, but most importantly, check out our Substack. But if you are the kind of person that wants to put $1 in the till, or you can just join the channel, I guess. But most importantly, let somebody know that we do this. Don't just let anybody. Hey, by the way, this asshole talks on camera about comic books that are coming out in his store. I actually don't think we really need to talk about any comics that are coming out in the store tomorrow. Let me just tell you, though, there's a lot of Marvel. If you're a fan of Uncanny X-Men and Gail Simone, I highly recommend you pick up the comic that's coming out next week or tomorrow, because that's the one. That's the one I think people are going to be coming in for. A bunch of different covers, one with Ilyana on it, one with Jubilee. Just going to love it. Love it. It's just a great issue. I liked it a lot. Don't listen to the naysayers. And if you didn't read Amazing Spider-Man from last week, you should definitely pick that one up. I guess that's it. Do I have a small video I can play for us on the way out? Let me see. Not really. Well, you have anything? Do you say you love going to San Diego? You going to go next year again?
Oh, 100%. I think I'm going to do the again. It's a lottery, and what's funny is that right after my hotel stay, well, the day that it ended, I was actually online trying to book next year's hotel stay because the tickets are refundable. I mean, the stay's refundable anyways, right? So I just said, might as well. I don't have to deal with the rat race and stuff like that, but they don't allow you to book over a year out. So I'm gonna try, just to reserve that thing and then try to get tickets in September. So supposedly this year's general or even early bird registration for badges is actually in September, which is kind of early. Last year was like in November, October, something like that. But I'm totally down for it. I'm excited. And every year it's like the first year I would say it's very overwhelming, but once you get a knack of it, I think you start understanding how to plan your day out, and it gets better every year. Like now it's like, I mean, you probably saw me. I created a whole poster board, like how to carry collectibles back protected, and you streamline a lot of things, and you understand like how to do things, and you learn every con you go to is a learning experience. I had no idea that the skills that you pick up going to the con, because I had another friend that you probably saw like in some of the pictures that she went as Rodan. She's a cosplayer. And she actually goes to a lot of cons, like way more than me. She probably goes to at least once every 2 or 3 weeks currently in a year. And she went to SDCC. And for her, it was just way too overwhelming. Like she couldn't do, and I thought she was seasoned in that. But I guess she said SDCC is very different than other cons. She put it best. She said SDCC is more like a con for collectors versus like cosplayers. There are cosplayers, but it's more focused on getting the collectibles, getting merch, getting that one thing, or experiencing that exhibit, or stuff like that. So I would say
that's a true statement. I mean, even back in the day, Rob Liefeld was throwing comics in the air, and people so there were. It's nice when there's spectacle. It hasn't had it really for a while, and what it is usually kind of the homogenized movie TV stuff. And I don't know, there's people that think that it might move to like Las Vegas or LA or something like that. What do you think about that?
You mean if it's
like San Diego, just I guess they feel it doesn't have the cachet, it doesn't bring in the money like it would in another place?
Well, the controversy right now isn't even of San Diego not bringing in the cachet or whatever. It's the fact that they're arguing about price gouging now, because the hotels are like purposely charging people a lot, and they want to move another place where hotels are more friendly to guests and not doing stuff like that. I mean, in a way, I can see how I contribute to the problem, because I'm like, oh, I don't care, I'll just go, right? But if everybody fights back and says, I ain't paying this, I mean, I could see it getting lower. But if you have willing buyers, you're gonna have a market. So they don't care.
Mm-hmm. And there is always someone, just like there's always someone to take a job at less money.
Yeah, there's always going to be that. I mean, it's just.
I mean, if you want a heart surgeon that only wants to make $25 an hour, anyway, thanks for joining us this week, Fantinuum.
No, thanks for having me on. I'm always happy to share all the experiences I've had and stuff like that. It was fun. So hopefully next year it'll be even deeper, and maybe I could run into, see what other celebrities I run into.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Next year we'll have it perfect.
Yeah.
Perfecto.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to just end the stream. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, everybody, after the fact. See you next week for sure. For sure.